the woman never expected to get summoned to another world while camping, only to be thrown away like garbage because she was summoned alongside a high school girl. The prince called the other one saintess while cursing her out with harsh words, calling her trash with useless skills. Then, she got tossed into the wilderness, but she loved fishing. The feeling of waiting for a bite was pure bliss. Soon she felt a tug on the line. The huge pull meant she hooked something massive. She reeled in a tall handsome guy. Then, the unconscious guy caught a whiff of something. She was grilling meat. The sweet fat and perfect seasoning melted on his tongue. It was soft, savory, and delicious. He took one bite and was blown away. He never had food this good. His name was Will, an adventurer from a nearby town. His gear got stolen by a monster while he bathed. He fell into the river trying to find food and ended up in that state. The only downside was high cost. Will kindly warned her not to trust strangers in the wilderness. She had no sense of danger, but she had a skill that could detect threats, and Will was a good person. She got muddy trying to drag him ashore, but before he passed out, he used cleaning magic, not only removing the dirt, but also drying her clothes. That proved he was a good guy. She was curious about the magic. He thought it was just basic magic, no big deal, but she was from another world. She mentioned being summoned by the prince using that spell. Not long ago, to this world, Will had heard legends of the saintess from another world who could purify monsters and bring peace, but her journey started rough. She wanted to test her new skills. While camping, Will felt bad for her. Those awful people, but that explained everything. No wonder everything around her was new. Getting summoned suddenly must be stressful and homesick, but she had a skill called survival strategy that kept her body and mind able to survive anywhere. It also gave her knowledge about this world and danger detection. That was why she stayed calm. Will was amazed. For any adventurer, that was a dream skill. She mentioned another skill. Then his stomach started growling. It was dinner time. Then, she summoned a camper van out of nowhere. The inside was much bigger than it looked. Could hold endless supplies with full living amenities. The fridge contents were exactly like her home. Best of all, everything refilled automatically. All of it was converted from magic energy. So as long as magic did not run out, it could be used endlessly. And in this world, magic was everywhere. Basically infinite energy. Will was shocked. This van was a mobile infinite storage warehouse. One person could supply an entire army. She had no interest in war, so being labeled useless was a blessing. After dinner, he wondered what her plan was, because she did not know how to go back home. She wanted to enjoy her time here. With the van, food, shelter, and clothing were covered, but Will reminded her, in the wild it was fine, but cities needed money and ID. That was when she panicked. She had neither money nor identity. Will invited her to join his team as a cook and carrier, because he and his teammates could only make terrible food, and eating was the only joy during quests. It even affected the whole team morale.